Hi YouTube and welcome. My name's Skycat and today we are going to be continuing our Ark Survival Evolved series on Ragnarok and using the Eternal Mod. Now we are outside the base and I've been doing a little bit of resource gathering, but what I was hoping to maybe find is a little bit of flight. All right, sorry buddy, you are out in my way. Hoping to get a little bit of flight. Now I'm a little hesitant to get, that's not what I wanted, buttons. Pick the right buttons. I was hoping to get an elemental lightning pteranodon because they are pretty useful on the Eternal map because they can knock out a bunch of stuff, and if we're looking to get maybe a Doedicurus, which we want an Eternal one, because they do some serious harvesting that is going to be really useful for us when we're continuing our base build and, you know, cementing paste, things like that, that you really need a lot of. The Doedicurus, the Eternal one, will get you that. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploration. I'm going to go up here. This is another area up here that I had really liked, and I built a very large base on. So we're going to head up to the hill by that castle up there. There's the castle. And we want to take a look and see if we can find some flight and a Eternal Doedicurus. Look at that. You see what I'm looking at? That, the evil dread morph has come to claim its victims. All right, fantastic. You know, I have never really seen one of those, and I've gone looking, but haven't found one yet, but I do always come up. Nope. Ow. That is a Dominus Ovis, and they're no joke. If he gets anywhere near me, we're dead. Let's just get a little bit of distance, and then I'll turn and take a peek. Okay. I'm going to go back if I can. I'll go back and I'll try to show you without having the minions. See that explosion? Okay, so I love Ovis. I mean, in vanilla, the Ovis are completely innocent, but in the Eternal mod, they are the worst enemy, and you don't want to go anywhere near them. So that little flaming Ovis over there, he's a minion, and he'll just explode like that, and you'll be dead. All right.
Don't get yourself hurt.
I will try not to. All right, vultures. Who else? Come get some. But I think I'm just looking for death if I go for this guy. It also looks like there are a bunch of rock elementals over there. Right there, those out of place orange ones. Rock elemental, yep, 80. They, you know, they look out of place, so you kind of can tell them. But our Dominus Ovis, if he gets near us, we're dead meat. But we're going to go for this guy right here. I think we're just going to clear out this Carno, and that way we're safe to tame. Oh, lagging out there. All right, so we're in a much better spot to go ahead and tame this guy. So let's get our Bola. He's only level 100, but we only just need him for some resource gathering, so it's going to have to do. Okay, so over here, now that we have the awesome SpyGlass, you can see the Bola trank going down, and sometimes it's enough to put them out, and then sometimes they need a little extra, and this guy does. So let's get him right there. And one arrow hopefully should do it. And he's out. Now, I just need to get a few eternal berries. I'm pretty sure my trike ate them all. Perfect. Take those off. Give him... Okay, why is that not working? We're going to give him these berries. And now we have our Eternal Doedicurus, okay? Okay, so it took all of about just forever to get ourselves back home, which is why I can't wait to get this Doedicurus going, to get the resources we need so that we can build the teleporters, because it just makes traveling so much easier. But as we got back to our house, okay, stop eating all the berries. As we got back to our house, what I noticed is we now have a Poison Pegasus flying around. So this hole up top is definitely going to be a problem, especially for the flight. I'm not too worried about things dropping in like walking, but I probably should be. But now I've got this Poison Pegasus. So that's not a good time. Luckily, I don't think he's going to get too agitated, but we could very easily get a dragon in here. Now, what I wanted to show you is that through our travels, as this guy was plowing through things, he did gathering. The Doedicurus gathers obsidian, aberration gems, but most importantly, the cementing paste and pearls that we need to get started. So if you do put a saddle on them, I'll show you, like, oop, I toggled crafting. You're used to putting, you know, doing E to get on, but I always do E and that toggles crafting. But now if we come over here and we whack this, look at all of the resources we just got. It's insane. The Eternals are amazing. So now here's where if you put the saddle on, you can craft different things. So if you had those resources in his inventory, he'd make it. But what we really need is this metal. We need the pearls, the crystal, and most importantly, that cementing paste. So we're going to go ahead and clear off some of these stones and get this cementing paste so I can make my Spino saddle. But it's brilliant. So happy we made it back alive with this guy. It was really hard. We had to navigate around all kinds of primes, and we're just not ready to take on any primes yet. Okay, so I gathered a bunch of the stone from the base, so I kind of cleared out the floor of the cave. And if you take a look on the sky, it's insane. Look at all of the crystal, the obsidian, the metal, scrap metal, the stone. So we have a lot of resources now, which is amazing. We can go ahead and make our Spino saddle because we needed pearls and cementing paste to do that. So let's go ahead and make that. One cool thing about the Eternal Mod too is that there's these armor stones, which are equipable in a costume slot of your dino. So I'm going to make a bunch of these because I want to put them on everybody. It just gives them a little added extra protection. So you would just put it right in their costume spot. Who's happy? Yeah, that's right. You are. Are you a boy? You just reminded me of a little dog, so let's call you Spike, especially since you have that giant fin on your back. Awesome. Now, I did notice this Poison Pegasus looks like he's stuck, and I wonder if it wouldn't be an opportune moment to get him. It's a level 560, which would be amazing. I'm going to go back and get some eternal berries before all the dinos eat them. Okay, so I took the Doedicurus outside the base to get some resources, and I just wanted to show you real quick everything that he got just from going outside on a quick trip. I already took the berries off and put them in the feeding bin because the dinos are just absolutely famished, but look at all the metal and obsidian and pearls and everything we got, the resources, which is really great because I'm going to focus on a little bit of more base building, and so we'll give that a shot. But I got a lot of resources, which is great. And I'm hoping that this Pegasus is still stuck over here. Not really sure. I'm catching a little bit of lag here. Is he gone? I think I missed the opportunity. He's gone. Because he was somewhere stuck over here. All right, well, so be it. I don't know if he went back out. We'll take a quick look around. See if he got wedged in here somewhere else. Which I don't see him. All right, so we lost our Pegasus because I had to go get Eternal berries. Not too bad though. We got the resources we need. We got the Spino saddle. Bam. So everything is kind of shaping up. Okay, and we're back. So this guy has kind of fallen into our base, and I spent a lot of time off camera building, and I'll show you that in a second, but I thought maybe we could grab this guy. He is a high level, but with the eternal dinos that are out there, he really doesn't stand a chance, but he would give us some temporary flight so we could find a lightning pteranodon, which is what we're really looking for. So let's see if he could land again. I also found that Poison Pegasus that was stuck, and it looks like he's stuck down there. And that might not be a bad tame either if we could get over there. And let's just take a look. Okay, so we found the Poison Pegasus, and I'm not really sure. Yeah, I can't bolo in the water, and I can't reach him because he's pinned down here. So maybe we could try an arrow. This might be death, but we'll give it a try. He's got a lot of torpor, so he doesn't seem to be following me underwater. Maybe if we keep just tagging him with these arrows. Is he gonna go up high? Oh, fish!
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
All right, now I've got all of these saber-tooths coming at me. It's fine, we need some, I don't see the amount of fish I'm getting. Anyone else? I didn't really get a lot of fish off of that. We've got to go up. Out of stamina, and we're gonna die. So the salmon got in the way of my arrow. which is amazing. I am using a whole lot of those alpha, and they're a little costly to make right now. I don't have enough of the green crystals, so let's just see what we could do with. This is not the time to be hungry. It is very, very minimal at best. Alright, let's use them up. That's not a good spot for you to go. Okay, not a good spot. Unless I could nail him with a arrow. I don't want to waste an alpha arrow on this particular shot because I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. Maybe he'll stay there. All right, let's keep at this. Almost there. Come on, buddy. So close. Oh my gosh, go to sleep. There we go. All right. Whew. Finally. Finally this guy is down. Now, I'm going to have to get some eternal berries and whew, we're going to have a Pegasus. All right, so we're back and we got the eternal berries. Now his food bar is also not going down, so we definitely want to use a paste. To starve him. There we go. You guys, we got an elemental Poison Pegasus. This is fantastic. Level 839. We got so lucky with this tame. Oh my gosh. So we have to go up and... Whoa, whoa. Come on, buddy. Okay. We gotta go get Clark. This guy's amazing. This tame is fantastic. It's just exactly what we needed. Come on, buddy. So now that we got this tame, it opens up a whole bunch of other things that we can do. I really need to get some polymer, and so we're gonna have to go out to kind of the burnt region and see if we can kill a couple mantis, or I don't know if there's some whales that are along the beaches. I know down by the highlands, I think there were whales down there that you can harvest for polymer, but I want to show you the house real quick before we do this. I spent a lot of time off camera working on this castle. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I built this stone, basically slab, because I think eventually it'll be maybe closed in, gated for some of the more fragile dinos. But inside, what I loved about this is I picked the centerpiece here that's basically surrounded by water like a moat. And there's our way out to the canal and to the ocean for our water dinos. I did put a behemoth gate up over there. And what I did was I used the Castles, Keeps, and Forts Medieval Architecture mod. I really like this mod. It has a lot of really cool, building components that you can use. Like this drawbridge basically goes up. So if I was afraid that something could drop in, I could completely seal off my base, and everything within this inner island is protected. So I really like that. And again, I did do it off camera because it took quite a while to get these to line up. It's not exactly perfect, but it's pretty darn close. So there's another drawbridge on this side, and that would, of course, close off this. So now the whole interior of the house is basically protected. So I have, the Castles mod has these beautiful windows and has a lot of different things to it. I did bring dumb drop and spots inside just because they're smaller. Spots definitely because she is vanilla. But I have my bedroom off to the side, and this is where Brighton and Rocket are. I have our beds in here so that we could respawn, some decorations. I have the fireplace going, and it's burning wood so that we can have a constant supply of charcoal. I have wood burning over here as well. Now the cool thing about this fireplace is it has basically a rotisserie, and it cooks meat really, really fast, which is ideal. So I have all of our benches set up. It took me a while to gather all of the stuff from out there on that slab that we had started on and transferred in here, but we got our forge back up and running. I have a little kitchen area. Now, I know I could have piped in water, especially being right here, and I thought about piping it in, but I really love this one particular mod. It's this one right here, actually. So this one, it's a food tray, and you can craft different structures inside here, one of them being a water bucket with a sink, and it allows you to be able to drink water from this sink, which I love. And it's the same concept of piping in the water, but you don't have the, dare I say, ugly tap that's kind of sticking out and the pipes that are sticking out. And I know some of them you can hide on the S Plus, but even the S Plus, if you took the intake pipe, you don't even need to attach it to anything. You can just use the intake pipe and it produces water. And that's how a lot of people get around being able to pipe it in from a water source. And so we're doing that, and we're imagining that we could pipe in that water. So we've got another cooker here, and I do have a portcullis going off the backside, which eventually I'm going to go ahead and expand on this and have it wrap around and, just use this whole entire space for our base. We've got a robot stego out there. But so that's what I've been doing. I've been pretty busy building, and thank goodness for Gumdrop, who was able to get a whole lot of supplies. I reorganized everything in here. Most of the metal is being smelted, but I did keep some because the castle mod uses that. We have ingots going. I have lots of wood and thatch. We've got tons of pearls and tons of crystal, and I have the aberration gems that the Doedicurus Gumdrop also gets. So we have everything situated. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with the build, and I'm looking forward to getting some polymer, because what I would love to do is get this awesome dino tracker onto a dino, and we need to be able to use the awesome teleporter. I have everything but polymer. I was able to get some electronics on that Tech Raptor, and I don't know if it's enough. We're definitely going to need to look out for some more electronics because they're also needed for here. We need a total of 100, but polymer and electronics are what we are going to be going out and looking for. I think electronics, let's see how many we have. We have 91, so we need 9 more electronics. So we are definitely going to be on the lookout for that when we go out. And, you know, I'm pretty excited about this build. I really love the drawbridge. And, you know, I have a little balcony off here that you can go through this door, you know, if you wanted to just quickly get in instead of lowering it. But pretty proud of it. I love it. I need oh, now that I have flight, Pegasus, now that I have you, buddy, I want to see if we can get some battlements up there, and it'll really begin to look like a castle when we put the battlements up there. So I do have a lot more work to do to make this complete. It is by no means complete. I might even think about adding an additional layer, a balcony, something to kind of expand on this, but I'm really digging it so far, and I feel a little more secure. I don't think much is coming down, but our friendly Pegasus came down, and if that means the friendly Pegasus can, dragons can. And so we definitely want to be on the lookout for that. But my fragile dinos are inside and they're safe, so that's what counts. So I'm going to go ahead and lock these guys up. Maybe. So we're going to lock them up so that they are nice and safe. And I think that looks pretty cool. I'm hoping that the Eternal Dinos on the outside would be enough to protect anything dropping in from above, hopefully, right? Spike, you're on it, buddy. Clark, I know you can. Ellen, way to go. Way to be a team player. All right, so we are going to take our Pegasus out, and we are going to go on a hunt for polymer. We found our first Dominus Ovis right there. There's a whole bunch of them. It's a really bad area. We've got fire wyverns, dragons, alpha griffins. I mean, it's really just a bad place over here. So we found another really bad spot. There is the Eternal Dominus Manticore, level 540. Not a good time. There's a lion over there. That's one that I have not, and he's down. He's just wrecking through everything. All right, we made it over to the burnt area, and we are now trying to, whoa, that was a little bit of a delay. We're trying to clear some of these so that we can get some organic polymer. I feel like I hear something else. Arthroplura, wow, that's a lot of words. Alright, I just want to clear it so I can gather up some of the polymer. Alright, looks relatively safe. And there we go. That's awesome because this is the only ingredient that we're missing. Don't want to get too close to them without our Pegasus. But it's the only thing that we're missing, which is really good. Getting pretty heavy. Ooh, that was a lot of chitin, which is really good. Alright, so we'll just put all this stuff over here. And I've been boosting a lot of movement speed and also melee. Movement speed because the Pegasus are a little slower. So I want to make sure that I can outrun any of the wyverns and things that are coming our way. So now that we have the polymer, I was able to get a little more electronics when I was out there. So we're going to go ahead and just see if we can gather up a couple easy mantis kills for a little more polymer. That way we don't have to come back out here anytime soon. Okay, so we're home. We're back at home. I emptied everything off that we got from our adventure out, and I wanted to go ahead and show you, if you are new to using some of these mods, there is one that's called the Dino Storage, and you are able to create a soul gun and these little soul traps so that when you're out and you're taming, you know, your dinos, you can trap them in these little traps, and it basically puts them into your inventory. So it's kind of like the cryopod, but you know, you have a gun that you fire and it tells you like in your inventory what that is, you know, when you put them into those balls. So the other thing I wanted to show you was the awesome teleporter. If you wanted to give that mod a try, what you would do is you would take, you know, your dino and you would create this awesome dino tracker. So when you put that in the dino's inventory, you want to have them consume it. It disappears. But when you hop on your dino, if you'll notice up above, you can see that dino tracker icon up by your up by the stats, right? So that's how you know that the dino has a tracker on him. Then what you want to do too is you want to create the teleporter and you want to place that somewhere. And I'm going to place it kind of, I don't know, away from where my dinosaurs are going to be stored. So maybe I'll put it maybe right about here. I don't want to put it too close to the water, but we'll go ahead and put it right there for right now. And it has a radius that you could change so that when you teleport, you could go to your settings and you could create a medium or a large bubble around you. So I'm going to do a medium bubble and I'm going to hit done. So you could name these teleporters as well, which is really important to do also. So we can rename it and we'll call it Cave Base. So now that we have the coordinates right here, now that we have the coordinates, if we go to our map and you hit P, mine's dedicated to P there for pin, now we can pin the coordinate that it gave us, latitude, longitude, and I'll call it Cave Base. So now as I go and I put teleporters around, you know, the map, for faster travel, I'll be able to see where they are and what purpose they serve. So now we have this awesome teleporter and we have our remote. Now, the one really cool thing and the reason why you want to put, let's turn our gamma up a little bit. So now that you have the remote, what you can do is you can right click and now it pulls up whoever you put the tracker on. So I have my elemental Poison Pegasus, and if I want to bring that Pegasus to me, now I can bring him, and he pooped. So that's a really handy tool to have, and now we have all of the awesome things that are going to really help us out. So let's go ahead and park. We accomplished so much in this episode. I did a lot of it off camera because, you know, it would just probably be pretty boring for you to see me try to lay down these foundations, but I'm super excited about the castle that we built here. I think it's looking really good. It's coming along nicely. We were able to tame our Poison Pegasus, which is amazing. He really served us well going out and getting that polymer so that we could put down the teleporters and get that going. So thank you so much for coming along on this adventure with me. Please don't forget to leave some comments down below, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think of the series or what you'd like to see. Leave me some name ideas for our amazing tames. I'd love to feature them in this series. And please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. It would really mean a lot to me. And click that bell icon so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks so much, you guys. We'll see you soon.